Welcome. So today we are starting streaming stuff for EVE Online. So welcome. We are going to be doing all sorts of kind of content. I had originally intended this to be specifically like faction warfare with new characters and the progression as you skill up, but it's probably going to include a lot of content with my mains and other things. But do not expect this channel to be any kind of content where you can get live intel from my mains. I will most likely, if I'm doing anything where that is important, blur out critical content. Welcome on board. This is Remdog Gaming, and you can find us in Twitch down in the description, or just look for Remdog Gaming. Character names will vary. Let's get into it. We are literally starting with a character that has not done any of the career missions. He has almost no money. He has what's left of what I transferred him when I created him like a week and a half ago, maybe not quite 2 weeks ago. He's been training, but I have not applied the 1 million skill points. We're going to train him up to the cap for alpha before we apply those 1 million skill points. And the reason for that is simple. That then jumps you to 6 million. Those skill points don't count. You can train to 5 million. Any bonus skill points can then be applied. So I'm going to be saving all those skill points, that everything I can, daily reward skill points and things like that come in, and if they're going to expire before I reach the cap on training, I will use them. However, otherwise we're going to save them. So let's dive in. Kind of like what you're going to see if you're doing a fresh start, with the exception of he's already bought all the skill books for most of his alpha training. This particular one is Mimitar. It is a projectile tune in the sense that I'm probably not going to do any missiles with this character. And it doesn't have any plan to go industrial at all, but obviously doing the career agents will make us do some of that. Okay, we are actually in game. I had to check. Gameplay screen. There we go. It should pop up any minute now. There we go. So as you can see, we are at our first trainer for Enforcer career path. And this is cash flow for capsuleers. Now, keep in mind, regardless of which race you do, these missions are basically all the same. I am not going to demonstrate the details of these. We're going to blow through it pretty quickly. There are plenty of videos out there for that. I've even done a few. If you need to learn this, just do it. The whole purpose of these career missions is to walk you through learning these things. I am in a Rifter. I don't remember how I got the Rifter. I think it was a daily login reward, but it doesn't have any guns. It doesn't have any equipment. So we're fitting the stuff that we have. So here's our fit. We have 2 civilian Gatlings, right? And an afterburner. And we are off to kill some pirates in the belt because the miners would like to mine. It's a thing. And if you were a new character years ago, well, excuse you, Eve, this would be what you would be doing. You wouldn't have a mission for it. You would just be going belt to belt to belt, killing random rats. Rats being NPC pirates. And you would either be the guy mining in the belt or the guy running around the belts killing rats in the belts. And that was like it for content. Like those are your two choices as a new character. You could mine very ineffectively. You were not going to make real money. Or you could kill rats. Most people did a bit of both. Afterburn in on this guy is 32 kilometers away. Geez. I'm going to offset my flight a little bit so we're not flying right at him, even though it really doesn't matter at this point. 23, I can target him. 19, 17, 16, we're going to orbit. My guns are good out to like 5.5, 6 at most. We're going to orbit at 1,000. If I was doing this and it mattered, I would probably orbit at 500 in this setup. 7.5, 7, 6, 6, 5.5. We'll start shooting. Now, the Rifter is a much better ship than they expect you to have for this mission. They expect you to be in your stock Reaper. But I have 2 guns instead of 1. I have a faster ship. What's not to like? Oh, wow. I don't think I've ever heard that before. I can hear the gunfire, like the tat 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 tat. Oh, never mind. That's part of the music. Yeah, I'm an idiot. It just coincided with the graphic of my projectiles going across the screen. Uh, yeah, I don't think I've heard this song before, or at least not that I was aware of. I normally have the music turned off, but this is a new account, so the settings are all back to defaults. Getting in range. I'm really only going 660 meters a second, so like getting in range is a little painful. I'm used to frigates going twice that fast at least. If you've watched any of my other streams, you will know that we've been doing some T0 to T2 abyssals, and I think what I decided is that the the cost to do anything higher, if anything goes wrong, you're out a couple days worth of ISK, and just isn't worth it to me. I don't play enough where I can be like, oh yeah, I ran 30 abyssals in this afternoon and I made a bunch of money. No, I may have a couple hours in the evening at the most to do whatever I want to do in Eve. And on my days off, I have to juggle multiple things, so I don't always get a lot of time. And abyssals are just part of it, right? My main is well, my several mains are nullsec, active, and we're currently kind of between homes, but that will be resolved shortly, and I'll be back to oh hey, if I want to make ISK, like I got ways to make ISK out there. Doing that abyssals is just I don't know. It's not for me, but I think that it's absolutely incredible for a newer character doing tiers zeros and tier ones once you're there. It gets you combat experience. It gets you used to having to adjust your combat for the situation. And honestly, the ISK inflow is excellent. T zeros in a frigate or destroyer. If you are a new player, if you are in your first couple months of Eve, I don't think you can beat that reliably. You may be able to in situations here or there, like if you find a gas site and you're trained for that. If you are doing missions and you have some help. But yeah, unless you're pouring real money into the game to have plenty of ISK and you're buying skill points, like this is the way to go. At next mission, I have to acquire the civilians and drop them back off here. I'm going to kill the pirates and bringing the civilians back. It's a weird day today. It is below freezing outside. I am in South Texas. It is not normally below freezing. That is extremely rare. And I have my heat in my apartment set at 71. I'm cold. What the F, right? I'm wearing lounge pants. I got, Henley on, buttoned up. I got freaking flannel on. My legs are cold. I was just checking that the heat is really working. It's 71 in here. I may have to go put on heavier flannel bottoms. EST hacker or hijackers. Hijackers, not hackers, hijackers. Or afterburning over there. Just for reference, our skill points right now are at 589,000. And we have basically zero shield skills. The blue is untrained yet. So we have shield management 1, shield upgrades 1, tactical shield manipulation 1. That's it. For armor, we have hull upgrades 3, mechanics 3. Everything else is still untrained. So we are, even for a new character, essentially a glass cannon. And that's okay because these newbie missions don't really require a whole lot of toughness. There is a couple that do. I'm going to go for the kill it quickly and hope you live strategy. I may have to put some ISK into some armor plates just to live long enough to kill the thing I need to kill to accomplish the mission before I die. And I'm okay with that. By the time you get to that mission, you should have at least a few million in the bank, and it's certainly doable. As you can see, these rats go down very quickly, particularly with the two guns. And I don't know if I have the skills for any weapon upgrades. I have weapon upgrades too, so I can at least fit a basic weapon upgrade. We're not totally gimped in that sense. So yeah, I may just DPS it out. Should be the last one on this guy. If there is one thing Rifters do well for Mimitar, it is hardcore, up close, in your face, burn shit down for a small character. No, no, go give me the loot. Give me the freaking loot. Like flying away from the freaking loot. If it's gonna drop loot, I want the loot because character not rich. We have 2.7 million right now, which is the leftover from me sending it ISK. I only sent it like 6 million or something. Okay. Got our civilians, we've got our loot. Let's face it, that's a better afterburner. Like we can upgrade, right? And metal scraps, which are pointless at this point. So if you're watching this and you've got it this far, what kind of content would you like to see? There are channels that are hardcore into market manipulation. There are channels that are hardcore into PvP. There are channels that are hardcore into industrial stuff. Guys, we have a whopping 26.6 DPS. Let's not talk about the resists. However, we have 1 HP a second healing on our passive shield, 0 armor repair rate, and 472 HP on my shield, 517 on my armor, 402 on my structure. I am tough. But no, seriously though, the Rifter is a good chip. I love it. It's one that I have long enjoyed. Oh, if I accept the mission, I'm going to get 2 of those Gatling guns. We're going to be upgrading our ship significantly. I may need to buy more ammo though. Fit to active ship, fit to active ship. I think that'll be enough. Weapons again. Oh yeah, we got plenty of ammo. My friend's suggestion was that because you don't want to necessarily be giving away intel and you need to be able to engage with the audience while you're playing. And if you're playing kind of a combat oriented or PvP oriented thing, your focus has to be on the game, right? So his comment was people do enjoy watching the industrial side of this game, mining because it gives you time to interact. And then the results of mining, if you're doing industry stuff where you're building things, you can talk about that. And you mix in some market, you mix in some combat, you get jumped at a mining site. Like there's other things going on, but it gives you time as the content creator to engage with the audience. And I think that's true. Okay, destroy runner drone. I thought I was supposed to web him. I'm like, oh crap, I don't have a web. Come on, has to be within 25. Let's go. Oh geez, he just went down like a yeah, we're not gonna say that on stream, but wow. Guys, are you seeing this? Talk about DPS for a starting tune. I mean, they're just gone. Yeah, I can't reach. If we can, oh, we're not gonna be able to reach him. But anyway, we don't need to kill everybody. That's not the mission. It's always important in Eve. If you're new to Eve, know what the mission is. do not get distracted by other potential targets. Know what your mission is. If you are running a mission, if you are running a abyssal, if you are doing something in game of your own choice, right? Know what your goal is. Don't get distracted by the shiny. Don't get distracted by the guy shooting at you. If your goal is simply to get through that gate, the only interaction you should have with anything else other than that gate is things that get you through that gate. If your mission is to kill item X or retrieve item Y, don't don't waste a whole lot of time doing stuff you didn't need to do to get that done. Otherwise, A, it takes a lot longer. B, you might wind up dead because a lot of these things are actually designed if you try to be a completionist in terms of the mission, you will fail. It's not possible or extremely difficult. And I do a bunch of mining. I'm thinking that we'll go that route. I will be streaming and filming YouTube content while I'm doing that. If I'm doing an anomaly, I may stream it and I may be recording it in case anything crazy happens. But I'm not necessarily going to be as engaged with the audience and be focused on what I'm doing. If there's PvP, I probably am not going to stream it, or if I do, it will be limited. You will not be getting a whole lot of engagement other than, hey, if we're sitting at a gate camp and I'm twiddling my thumbs, right? Very often, it is extremely entertaining to be listening to comms, like right, Discord comms, while people are running gate camps. If nothing's happening, people start bullshitting. People start just the craziest conversations because you're bored. You're sitting there and you have to just kill the time. And most of the people there, you set your orbit, you park your ship, you've got your drones out, like you're just until your intel guy goes, hey, there's some people on the way, right? Until your guy in a system or two out goes, hey, we got some reds coming in. Until then, you're pretty bored. Okay. Nothing I need to worry about in Discord right now. So most likely what I will do is I will stream through and record through all of the enforcer track, and then I will edit it down to a reasonable length video, and that's going to be what you're watching. But we're not going to make you sit through all of these. Oh yay, I have a civilian explosive shield harder, because that's going to save me. Luckily, I am very confident that I can take care of this one pirate. However, when we get to the mission where you have to kill at least one and then survive as long as you can, we are not taking this rifter. We will take the cheap ass ship. Well, we might take the rifter. See how long we can go, right? We have now made over 1,000,000 ISK because if you count all my rewards here, we are over 1,000,000 ISK. Pirate is trying to recruit me. Now, keep in mind, we are going to be doing faction warfare. I am not going to say that I won't consider joining the pirates. I think that maybe one or two of my characters for the faction warfare stuff will join pirates, and maybe a couple join other people. I'll have to see what's available. I haven't really done any faction warfare. In fact, I don't know that I've ever done any faction warfare. I've been been flagged because I was in corpse that were flagged, but I don't think I've personally done any. I'm trying to remember. I haven't since I most recently came back a few months back. Pretty sure I have not. Over at my actual stream, my stream manager is on my laptop with its monitor over there. Alright, now we have to destroy the outpost. I always thought this was a little brutal, right? Like, how many people are we killing when we do this? Seriously. I may turn my heat up another notch. I mean, like, I am not normally cold, but I think what it is that the thermostat's over there, and I'm right by the wall, the front wall of the apartment, and I think it's like 5 degrees cooler here than it is over there. I'm gonna have to figure that out. Like, I'm gonna have to walk over and see what that temperature is, or maybe turn on. I've got the overhead fan off. I may have to turn that on. Now, this is a good example. I don't know that I have to kill these rats to get through that gate. I may target them, but I don't know that I have to kill them. I'm going to burn for the gate and see what the scoop is. We're not shooting anybody. Okay, so I do have to actually kill them all to get out. Go to the next gate. Guy gonna come in range. He's like 17 kilometers away, guys. I'm gonna orbit to him instead of the gate. We've been burning through ammo. Zero effect. Okay. Oh, we've passed our air goal of killing 25 things, 25 NPCs. Okay. Station destroyed. We skipped all the other stuff in that room. Not going to bother with the guns or little frigates. We should look what our other daily goals are. And what? Oh, defend a tested faction warfare site. Scan 2 data sites and 5 signatures. Well, there will be no scanning 2 data sites with this character unless we go do the Explorer mission line, which we might do. Do that just for the reward. It's 1,000,000 ISK if you do both. It's 500,000 for the one I haven't done, and it's 10,000 skill points. Put in our implant. All right. No, we don't want to mess with that loot. I don't have the skill to use it, but we loaded it just so the mission is happy with us, um, which is a fact of life in this situation. I am not interested in jumping ahead on my skills. Um, I mean, I guess we could do right. We could shove this to the top of the queue, but I'll be done with this mission before that takes effect. So it really doesn't matter, does it? But I guess if it finishes in time, it will be helpful to have for the next set of missions. Okay, let's not fly directly at the bad guys. The general rule of Eve, unless you're really outclassing somebody, don't fly straight away, toward or away from them. It makes their tracking zero, makes it 100% tracking ability, and they will absolutely hammer you. Now, if they're doing fighters or if they have drones, it's a different situation. But if you're talking uh, projectile weapons, hybrids, lasers, which not projectile, but they have tracking. So hybrids, lasers, projectile gun, artillery and autocannons. Uh, yeah, yeah. Don't fly straight at them. It's just a good way to die. So you can see that as I am killing the first one, I'm changing my orbit to the next one to get him closer in range. So I'm moving away from target one, but approaching target two to more quickly cycle between them. That guy didn't have a chance because he died in one salvo. Uh, okay. See these wrecks scattered around. Done. No worthwhile loot. Home we go. We'll reload on the way. Yeah. So temperature here. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know that it's any better. I'm gonna turn the fan on. Circulate some of that hot air down from the ceiling. Whew. So irony, the airflow is actually feeling colder because there's airflow. Oh God. But it might average out the temperature better. So we'll see how this goes. Yeah, that airflow is no fun. Sorry, guys. Different sweats. Ooh. No, you don't get to watch me change. Bunch of perverts on the internet. uh, Okay. So now we're all like Christmas matchy. Can we back up? We got kind of Christmassy flannel pants on and a Christmassy red Henley and the blue and white flannel. Because the blue and white flannel makes the lighting work out. This webcam is stupid, and if I've got like a yellowy brown hoodie that I like to wear, and it makes the lighting crazy because the camera is stupid. If I use the software for the camera, it introduces a little lag, and it wasn't worth it. So I don't wear that hoodie when I'm streaming. Next mission. Turn the heat up 1 degree as well. We're at 72 now. I'm convinced my thermostat is delusional. However, I could be wrong. If you can't tell from my accent, I am not a native Texan. I have lived here for a few years now, and I do enjoy it. I think at heart, I've always kind of been a bit of a Texan. But I'm from up north. I'm from Western New York, Western Pennsylvania, and most recently New England. And so we're approaching, and I don't normally get cold. Like it has to be pretty chilly. The longer I live in Texas, the more wussy I get when it comes to that. Not even remotely kidding. Uh, and the station's going to blow up. There we go. I don't recall ambushers showing up the last time I did that. I wonder if they're new or if I just didn't notice. Usually there's a graphic of the station in pieces. And anyway, yeah, I'm usually not a cold person. I mean, I ride a motorcycle for my day-to-day commute. I don't own a car right now. And like I ride back and forth to work. I went to the grocery store this morning. Um, yeah, burr. Admittedly, those pants were pretty lightweight, but still. Okay, destroy the narcotics warehouse. I don't have anything I want to upgrade on my ship. And I think we're going to remove this inactive repair module because there's no point in having it on the ship. On the off chance I manage to lose the ship, uh, why have it on there, right? I love the fact that it's Sunday. I've been streaming for almost an hour. I've had 0 people enter my stream. Crushing my soul, gentlemen. Crushing my soul. Not really. I would be doing this whether I was streaming it or not, or even recording it or not. I always wonder if I should make the lighting dark and mysterious, right? I have windows behind me, so if I try to make it darker, they kind of mess with it. But I could put up blackout curtains or something, make the vibe different. But I think this is a nice change from all the dark and gloomy gamer streams. Like F that. I'm not a freaking emo 12-year-old. I am a completely unashamed middle-aged male gamer. Turn on our afterburner. We're basically going to ignore these guys unless they come in range. If I can burn through this and they don't get in range, I'm good with that. He is in range. Oh yeah, they're fast. So in a chase situation, there's something to be said for running straight away from them. A, they run right into your shells, so your range is longer. But B, your tracking is 0 too. Come on, can you finish him? I guess not. We're I'm focused on the warehouse. I don't care about him. He is not the objective. Well, we are going to kill him before we leave. He's so close. I see no reason to give up the 3,000 ISK. There we go. Oh, we got more. I'm going to kill them just for giggles. Beautiful explosions. Range. In range. Almost in range. In range. Oh, wow. More keeps showing up. I mean, how many will it send me? Remember, I don't have to kill any of these guys. Good. Mission's done. I can go home. But, hey, if you're gonna feed me bad guys to shoot, I'm okay with that. Now keep in mind, the ISK rate, how much money I'm making in this, is very slow. We're only up to 4.8 million plus whatever the bonus stuff is from the Air Rewards program. Another 250,000. So yeah, because remember we were at like 2.7 or something. And we're just over 5. So running a few T1s, T0s in a frigate would have been more ISK, right? In terms of time involved, because those take like 6 minutes, 7 minutes, even for a relatively low skill character. Done. Uh, However, I'm getting stuff from this, getting supplies. We got a ship, not worth much. We've got some equipment, again, not worth much, but I didn't have it for. Um, and it would be learning. Okay. Our last mission for this is to find Theon, and kill him, and I'll get a rifter. Oh wait, I have a rifter, but a spare rifter doesn't hurt. And I know from past experience that he is not where we think he is, but that's okay. Can't complete the mission. Haven't done it yet. Okay, we have set our destination. We're undocking. We're gonna go kill him. We're already a mass murderer. What's one more death, right? So it has taken us an hour essentially to do these. If you were not like me and you didn't squirrel here or there, maybe 45 minutes. Uh, Maybe even only half an hour if you strictly focused on the required mission stuff. However, if you were a brand new player, your skills would not be quite as good as this one unless you did the million bonus points and actually applied them. But your personal skills, if you were a brand new player, would not be as good. You would have to read it more carefully. You would have to figure out game mechanics, right? Um, Whereas I don't, right? I'm already, I know what I'm doing in the game. So I'm a little faster in that regard. I know what I can survive, what I can't survive. I'm not not worried about it. So let's just call it an hour. Do that. Now, some of the no, 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 stop, stop, stop. Warp to site. I was about to go back to the gate. Um, some of the career agents will take a little longer. Some of them will be a little faster. Me, the industrialist one, where you're actually producing things, is always one of the longer ones, unless you just straight up buy the thing and sell it back, which is a valid way to do it. I still suggest you experience the production side of it, but you can experience it, start the production, right? So you see how it works, and then just buy the item on the market and sell it to the agent. So you don't have to wait. Because a couple of things they want you to make take an hour to make. There's no avoiding it. Some of them take 5 minutes, some of them took like 10. And I think one of them took like an hour and 2 minutes or something for my character. Now, if you were a highly skilled, highly trained character, yes, it could be a little faster, but not that much faster. So not enough to make this a sub 1 hour mission sequence. Whole bunch of angel rookies are about to die. Gisty thug, Gisty outlaw. Go thug, come on, finish it off. He is shield boosting himself with making it take a little longer. There we go. More annoyingly, my shield is down almost 30%, so I'm going to have to wait for that to recharge before I go in, because the next room is not insignificant. Reload our ammo. While that is doing that, I'm going to make some hot chocolate. If you come into the stream, hi. However, otherwise we're going to clip this for the YouTube. Nothing exciting, but here's what we're doing for hot chocolate. Swiss Miss milk chocolate, no yeah, there we go. No mushrooms. All right, no mushrooms. No marshmallows, guys. No marshmallows. Also, no mushrooms, but no marshmallows is the kind of important part there. Oh, cheers, folks. Let that cool off a little. Okay, so we are running our butts back to the gate. Uh, Oddly enough, I should have gone the other way and kept going, and then warped back to the gate when I got to 150. That would have been faster. I was closer to 150 than I was to the gate. Okay, so repair system finished. Storyline level 3 finished. Or finished. Counters level 1 finished. Looks like some sort of rogue drone station over here. All right. Bizarre. Okay, in we go. Can we not get that close to the giant, evil, destructive looking thing? I mean, really. My little rifter is not exactly that tough. I'd rather not die. Oh, joy, there's more of them. Going for the gate, orbit gate, target drone, or Gisties. So you guys tell me, what kind of content you feel is a little lacking on Eve streaming or on Eve YouTube? Should I focus on, when I'm doing the, oh, we're leaving him behind apparently. Should I focus on the faction warfare stuff? I don't do a ton of heavy industry like major production, and I feel like I don't do it often enough to make that a regular part of my stream. Same thing with PI. Like setting up PI is boring once you demonstrate the first basic stuff of it, um, but I could do that. But I think I would be mixing that in with other content, and I'm trying to figure out what that other major chunk of content should be. Apparently, I have a catch-22. If I run the Weber, they can't stay close enough to me for my guns because they end up falling back behind, out of range of the Weber, and then I can't shoot them. Done. Next one done. Last one. Turn him into scrap. My angel standings dropped. No duh. I'm shooting them. Hopefully they don't like me as much as they did. Otherwise, it means I'm really bad. Oh, two more. I was hoping we were done with that. These guys apparently don't see any need to get close, so we're going to get close to them. Remember, I have short range guns. Max range is like 8 kilometers. Not quite. We're much more effective up close. Got him webbed. Shooting him. He will go down quickly. And hopefully we can go through the gate. See how our hot chocolate's doing. Excellent. Delicious. You know where that's from? Put a comment. Ah, two more. Hey, got him webbed. Range. Start shooting. Part of me actually seriously dislikes missions that do this. On the other hand, they're limiting the DPS to what they think the actual new player can handle, particularly if you were trying to do this on day 1 or 2. Because I have more skills than a day 1 or 2 character. I don't have tank skills so much, but I've got a lot of the DPS related skills. So they've got to kind of balance the two. But on the other hand, how many waves is necessary, right? Would one extra wave have made the point, or did we really need 3? I don't know. I think that extra waves are just extra. They're just excessive. They made the point. It is what it is. You understand how it works. He's in the stasis tower. We're gonna go get him. Shoot the stasis tower. He comes out of the stasis tower. We shoot him. Sorry to spoil it if you're doing this along with me. They're bouncing off the structure. Is Eve is stupid about this stuff. Doesn't understand structures have space. Get out of the way, orbit a different direction, something, anything. When you stop moving, you become stuck. Explosion of that tower is rather impressive. All right. Well, that's good. We ran out of freaking ammo trying to kill this guy's pod. If this was reality, he would have warped out by now. We don't have him really tackled. Got him. Heading home. So that is 10 missions for the first career agent. You don't have to do them in that order, meaning the agents. Normally, I do the industrialist stuff first because I think that it's easier to do them while you're still improving your skills and you don't have a lot of ISK. Um, while the combat ones, there's an advantage to already being able to afford to maybe add a module here or there and having a few more skills in combat. Lower skills for the industrialist stuff, all it does is add a little time. Lower skills in the combat stuff can make it very difficult. They are very grateful for my service. Um, Thanks to my combat expertise, they have gotten one more scumbag out of the way. And then they direct you to a Sister V story arc to do some more missions like that. Let us collect all of our combined stuff. It's a lot of ISK, a skill book in social, connections, destroyer skill book. I think that was from this. And the rest of this is not from this. But we're not going to take all of it. We're going to take from there to there, add the connection skill book, social skill book, and that extra bonus points. Not going to take that expert system. I think I will actually. It's not like it's going to do me any good later. So since I'm going to continue and do the Soldier of Fortune here, different video, don't worry, but I'm going to do it. That book will help. In our thing, we got weapons upgrade 3, acceleration control. My shield skills are going to get a big boost from that. That's going to be the biggie. Plus Mimitar Destroyer, if we wanted to do that. How long is that expert system going to last? 3 days. So I can skip Soldier of Fortune right now and do the industrial one I had planned to and not worry about it. A bunch of unseen items. We do want to inject those. Skill books are handy. So that is it. We have done the Mimitar, not Amar, Mimitar Enforcer Career Agent missions. Was that vaguely entertaining? Are you interested in seeing more? Go watch the other videos on this channel. If there is nothing up yet, it's because I have not gotten to the editing of anything else, and you are one of the first people here. Power to you. Thank you. I do appreciate you watching. If you have stuck around this far, I am amazed and very grateful. So thank you. If you skip to the end, I still appreciate it because that means you at least engaged enough to go, hey, where's this go? You didn't just click off to another video immediately. So still awesome. And now we're going to close this one out and I'm going to start the next video working on one of the other career agents. So I will see you later.